the way this brand treated me, it was like a wow, you guys are shady. Literally, it's one of my dream brands. I'm genuinely so disgusted by this brand because still, this is how you treat smaller creators. I love how these brands think that, oh, because I'm XYZ brand and this very popular K-pop group endorsed me, you should totally work for me and I'm gonna like take advantage of you. I hope I don't get demonetized this time around. Okay, where do I even begin? I think it's important for me to give you guys context on how like brands and creators, they kind of like work together, how it actually starts. So normally for creators, we have like a email, right? And it's a public email, you know, brands can reach out. I email you guys with that email as well when I do my monthly newsletter. And from there, that's where like brands will reach out and say like, hey, we would love to like collab and things like that, okay? Most of the times, I'll be like honest with you guys. They usually want to do trade collaboration. So it means like, oh, we're gonna send you XYZ product. In return, you will do like a reel, YouTube shorts, or like feature us somehow or other. We won't pay you for it. So in terms of payment, the only form of payment we'll ever get is in exchange for the product, and if not, exposure. And if you've been on my channel before, scroll through my videos, alright, you will know that most of the times, 99% of the times, all of my content is my own content. I'm not sponsored or whatsoever because most of the time these brands, when they ask for trade collabs, right, they're usually asking for the moon, the skies. We want you to say this, we want you to say that, you know, that kind of thing. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm literally doing this for free for you guys and you have so many demands. So when this brand DMs me on Instagram saying, hey, we love your content on YouTube, I'm like, oh my gosh, they recognize my YouTube channel. That is insane. And we will love to collaborate. We endorse XYZ, K-pop idol, girl group band kind of thing. I'm like, girl, this is it. This is the universe manifesting. This is my chance. And you know the way that it was worded, it was so like it kind of like broken English, nothing, no shade, no tea, no nothing, but it was just really hard to actually properly understand. Kind of like red flags I should have seen, but I didn't really see it coming in a sense, was when they said, let me know if you are interested in best. There was no sign off with the name and whatever. I was like, okay, you know what? It's, you know, poor formatting, whatever it is. Maybe it's just like, you know, take it to the email, right? Because you are signing off with best and all that kind of stuff. So I sent them like, hey, thank you so much for reaching out. I absolutely love your products. I use your product. I spend hundreds on this brand, okay? And I said, I would love to hear more about this potential collaboration. Drop me an email at official email, my official email, hello@itskrystle.com. Let's face it, guys, the moment when money is involved in this type of things, it's best to talk about it on email. I don't really want to talk about it on Instagram DMs where one party can just delete their messages and all that kind of stuff. Don't really want to turn it into a he says, she says, that kind of thing. I really am trying to stay drama-free. I'm not one to engage in drama. But the way this brand treated me, it was like a wow, you guys are shady. Shady, 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 shady. So they proceed to ignore my request to take it to email firstly. Red flag, oh my gosh. And then they said, thank you so much for the reply. We're thinking about a gifted collaboration. So you know, they didn't really say that it's going to be a paid collaboration, which is really like, that kind of sucks. I'm not getting paid for it. And the way they packaged it, I was like, oh, we'll give you products every month, as well as the fact that your followers will get a discount code as well. I'm like, that's great, that's wonderful. You guys get to save money. Who doesn't want that? It says that we will send you the product you want to try, and in return, we would love to see a reels from you. Which I was like, you said you saw me on YouTube, but now you're expecting Instagram reels from me. That doesn't make sense. So now you're expecting me to post on 2 platforms for free. One is already bad enough that I'm working for you for free. You expecting 2 now? Like what's going on? Make it make sense. So my general train of thought upon receiving this message at this point of time is, okay, let's weigh the pros and cons out here. 1, I'm working for free. That's like my number 1 ick. And I hate it, right? I don't want to work for free. 2, the promo code, I was thinking again, like, this is such a good deal. And number 3, to say that I have worked with XYZ brand, like to, you know, just future brands and whatnot have you, I think that's like a statement. Literally, it's one of my dream brands. I dream about working with them ever before. And like, oh my god, it's finally here right now in my plate. Like, the ball's in my court. I didn't want to agree to anything because there has been some shady practices of where there are some brands, they will send you a product saying that, you know what, it's free. You know, we'll appreciate it if you can just do a video or whatsoever about it. And the moment you get it, they'll start hounding you and like, so when are you going to release it? When are you going to release it? I'm just like, girl, chill. I haven't even tried your product yet. You know, there's all these like very grayish loophole areas where brands will try and do shady stuff like this. So of course, I had to ask the brand like, so let me clarify, is this for YouTube Shorts or is this for like IG Reels? Like, be clear with me. Because I'm not going to agree to anything just because you are said XYZ big brand. And I wanted them to be like crystal clear. So when I receive said product, when do you expect me to post it? Give me timelines in black and white. I want to hold you accountable for your words. And it took them multiple days to get back to me to answer these two simple questions. 8 November to 13 November. Let me open up my calendar and like look back. Is it me? I'm the problem? No, 8th of November was a Wednesday. They only got back to me on the 13th of November, which was a Monday. So it took them 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll give them 4 working days to get back to me to reply 2 simple questions. They didn't even reply my 2 questions. They only replied to 1. If we make this collab on long term, I will be sending a detailed posting guideline about posting date. It will be 2 to 3 times in a month. I'm like, okay, but you still haven't clarified with me. Is it on YouTube Shorts or IG Reels or what? What is it? I don't like vague stuff like this. Okay, I swear, I hope I don't get demonetized this time around, but I feel so upset and disgusted with this brand. You guys are assholes. Straight up. You guys are beating around the bush and you don't want to give me a straight up answer. If it's gonna be like in a month kind of thing, I would love to do like maybe let's do it like for 1 month. Let's test it out. Let's see where this collaboration will take us, alright? And I said that, okay, sure, I would like to take a look at the detailed posting guidelines before agreeing to anything. And I said that let's do a one-off collab first. Happy to do a reel for you this time, and I will send my details over to them shortly. So I wanted to make it like super clear to them that because I love your product so much and I have spent my own hard-earned money using your products and I like it, it's good quality products. I paid for your product, I used it personally over a prolonged period of time, and I love it. So that's why I was like, okay, let's just do a one-off kind of thing. And we'll see how it goes from there. So in the same day, I actually sent them my details, my email, my actual handphone number, as well as my actual home address, because your girl cannot afford to get one of those like fake address kind of things. And yeah, I don't want to get a PO box either because I just don't get enough PR of free stuff to justify that amount that I should be paying for the said PO box, because it gets really like expensive as well. I sent them my product pics on point number 7, what I'd like to try, and I said, here are the details, thank you so much. So keep in mind, my actual home address is just sitting there in the Instagram DMs. And if any Tom, Dick and Harry, a hacker were to just, hack their Instagram profiles, which is so prone to nowadays, like generally, yeah, they will have this sensitive information of mine just because they wanted to have this conversation on Instagram DMs. So security reasons aside, I sent this on the 14th of November, alright? And I remember clear as day that they were doing Instagram lives, trying to do live selling because they were doing like 11/11 sales, all that kind of stuff. I remember so clearly going into their lives and just watching it. And I was like, okay, they seem busy. I understand, I also do social media management during my 9 to 5 kind of thing. It gets crazy. I get it, all right? And I remember them reading my message and they were still going live. They weren't responding. So I was like, okay, whatever, right? And this passes on. From the 14th of November to the 28th of November, I hear nothing from them. And I was like, this is a little bit too much. They cannot just leave me hanging just like that, right? So I sent them a chaser DM saying like, hey, what's going on? Is there any updates? I have somebody who will love to use my code to support me, because that was like kind of like a close mutual content creator friend of mine. Like, he knows that I love this brand. He said he wanted to buy this product from that brand. to, and support me. As in, I just like so sweet of him, right? And I was like, and then he just left me on red again. And I was like, what is going on? This brand is crazy sus. At that point, I was so disappointed with this brand. Whoever is managing this particular page of this brand, y'all suck, all right? Y'all just straight up suck. Is it so difficult for a brand to say like, hey, this is not gonna work out. We'll consider you the next time, which I've gotten tons of this kind of replies before. And I'm like, okay with like rejection. I'm genuinely so disgusted by this brand because still this is how you treat smaller creators. Just because my numbers are not big, you wanna like take advantage of me and get free stuff. You're not even outlining this detailed brief of yours. Show me the goddamn brief. Show me the goddamn brief of what are your timelines and all that kind of thing. This type of like vague stuff, right? It just grinds my gears so much. I love how these brands think that, oh, because I'm XYZ brand and this very popular K-pop group endorsed me, you should totally work for me and I'm gonna like take advantage of you. Like, screw you kind of thing. I come from a very privileged point of view and I recognize that because I can afford to pay for all these kind of things. And so on that same wavelength, right? I've already spent so much money on your brand. What's another $100 worth of products gonna be for me? I can afford it. You think I'm so hard up for that? That $100 worth of products is not gonna pay for my bills. It's not gonna feed me. I only can make it like aesthetic on my face, but the main rules of survival, it's not gonna do anything for me. So you can take that $100 and like go somewhere else and try not to take advantage of other content creators. I was so petty and I just wanted to test the waters a little bit more. I purposely did a makeup look, used their products, and I even tagged them. And they saw it. They didn't reply to it either. They didn't repost it, they didn't like it whatsoever. They just didn't want to acknowledge my presence at all. Which I'm like, hey man, you know you messed up. There was another creator that I just saw recently that she outed this exact same brand. And I feel like her story was worse than mine. Mine is just closed doors, nothing too public kind of thing. But the moment I saw her story, I was like, wow, this is messed up. I want to share mine as well, but just without the names mentioned. So yeah. Am I wearing this brand right now on my face? Yes I am. And I think I will still continue to wear whatever products I have from this brand until I run out of it. Because like I said, I spend hard-earned money from my 9 to 6 and it's so disappointing and it's so sad to see that it happened like this. My dream brand that I wanted to work with ended up like this. I feel so spicy today. Oh my gosh. I never thought the day would come where I have to rant on my YouTube channel. My God. I've reached a certain point in my life. I guess that's like a milestone check for me personally. And you know what? I would love to hear from you guys what you guys think about this whole situation, especially from like a consumer's point of view. Because for me, my integrity as a content creator, what I actually show to you guys actually matters so much to me. And I've already turned down so many like brands that email me saying like, hey, we want to do like this content with you. I just straight up say no, because I just feel like they're not a good fit. And I don't want to just like randomly, here, buy this, buy that. Hello, Editing Crystal over here. I just want to quickly pop in and say that I'm not trying to name and shame people like, oh my God, this content creator takes sponsored collabs. Shame on them. Where's their integrity? I don't doubt there are bad apples of content creators who actually blindly accepts, brand sponsors and things like that just for the moolah. Of course, in every industry, there's going to be someone who is black sheeps and they will just spoil the market and whatnot have you. In fact, I've been very vocal about the content creators that I do choose to support. I normally will buy like their eyeshadow palette collaborations, or if not, use the codes that they have. I'm pretty vocal about that. So yeah, I just want to like quickly like throw that in. All right, back to the video. Don't be delulu, Crystal. Don't be delulu, and always make sure to ask questions. I am really glad that I actually asked questions back then. And if anything, this is your sign that you should always ask questions. Be it as a content creator, in your daily life, your work life, whatever it is, your dating life, whatever it is, girl, just ask the questions. Don't be afraid, because you're actually protecting yourself and setting boundaries. year. I hope you guys enjoyed that video, got some benefit out of it to actually expose like what's going behind the scenes for content creators. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Stay safe. Bye!